One thing we learned from every single Premier League team after game week 1. And has my opinion on any of the teams changed? But let's start with Arsenal. No, my opinion has not changed. They're still the best team in the country by quite a long margin. They're still going to win the league and might even challenge for the Champions League. Aston Villa, yes, my opinion's changed on these quite a lot. I had them challenging for Europe again just because of Unai Emery. But Unai Emery cannot perform miracles. I get Aston Villa started last season slowly. I get Ollie Watkins, we don't know what's going to happen there. And I get that there's still time in the transfer window. But that lineup that they put out yesterday, if they are forced to keep putting that lineup out, Aston Villa could be in genuine relegation danger. That team is awful. Bournemouth, I said that they'd probably finish around mid-table. I still think that they've got a good enough team to not be in any relegation danger at all. I think they might struggle to push for Europe this season, though. One team that won't struggle to push for Europe is Brighton. In fact, this could be the year Brighton get Champions League football. And I probably would not have said that before yesterday. But they've always just been the right pieces away from challenging for that top 5 for me. They've kept Hertzler, which I think was the right thing to do. They've got an unbelievable squad that know how to play. Hinselwood is looking like a well-beater, especially in that new role. You know that they're going to be good. They might be an outside chance at Champions League football. Brentford, I think one thing we learned from Brentford is they will literally be in the Premier League in 500 years' time. They are never getting relegated. Not only they're not getting relegated, this season could finally be the season they get into Europe. Chelsea, I know what you're thinking. Wait, I don't care what you're thinking because we're going to talk about Chelsea's opponents, Fulham. Fulham, I predicted that you were going to get relegated. That's something I did. And I got a lot of DMs from Fulham fans. And I thought, I can either cower to you lot or I can double down. Even if you win against Chelsea, you're still getting relegated. How about that? I now have an enemy in Fulham fans. I am quite scared that the signings you've made are actually quite good and you'll actually be more than okay and I'm just going to look like an absolute clown. But in case that doesn't happen, I'm going to double down. I hate Fulham this season. For this season and this season only, Fulham, you are my enemy. I've always actually quite liked Fulham as a football club. I've always thought their fans are quite underrated. But this season, fuck Fulham. How about that? Coventry is very hard to read into our performance against Arsenal because they are Arsenal, the best team in the league. We only lost 3-0. We didn't create as much as we probably would have wanted to. We seemed like a bit like deer in the headlights a little bit, but it was Arsenal away, the hardest fixture in the entire league. I'm not going to read too much into that. I will read into our fixture against Hull at home on Saturday. Crystal Palace, you might be in trouble. Hull. Now, I changed my opinion on Hull very late in the transfer window. I said that they might actually stay. I think I was one of the only people on here that actually said that they won't come last, who doesn't support Hull, obviously. Now, Hull, I think you've got one of the best social media admins in the league, some of the best fans in the league, some of the funniest fans in the league, and I think you might even stay up. So there you go. From might stay up to will stay up. My opinion on Ipswich has not changed. That transfer window was absolutely brilliant. Ipswich, you will be a Premier League team next season. Everton, it's hard to gauge. Look, they look a lot better against Palace than I thought they would. But I think Everton always, for some reason, look really good against Palace at home. I don't know if it was Everton being good or Palace being bad. So I'm going to reserve my judgment and